What's up, everyone? I'm Devin, and welcome to another episode of Designing Labs, where colleagues help me complete the challenge of designing a memorable design in just a moment or laugh at our designs in just a moment. Today's special guest colleague is none other than Michael. Michael, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Devin. It's always good to be in your presence.
Hey, man, thank you. Likewise. Hey, this is a very special edition today because you know, I have no clue like what you're going to say, what you're going to present to us today. As always, we always start off the episodes with a little icebreaker where we try to get an idea of who you are and what you represent. Can you go ahead and tell us the name of your company and who you are?
Yes, I'm the executive director for the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation.
Okay, cool. And with the Charles and Etta Dudley, sorry, with the Charles and Etta
Etta.
Dudley Foundation, it sounds very prestigious. Is this like I don't know, the Black Ties of America like type of thing or something? Like this is
Well,
very elite class.
there are so many people in our past that we're standing on their shoulders because they made life possible for us. Not only people of color, but all people. Charles and Etta Dudley are two of those people. Charles Dudley was not only a leader, a minister, a photographer, entrepreneur, but he did all of this during a very troubled time, the civil rights movement. And he made it possible for a lot of people to have a voice and for a lot of people to be able to make a difference in this world as he was making a difference. Because community is the most important thing. I think we're forgetting that today. But back when we had to rely on only what our community could do for us and take care of us, community was very important. And Charles Dudley and Etta Dudley, they made community what it is for us now. Because without them, we may not be where we are now. Some of the things that they did to help us survive and our parents and our grandparents survive and to keep that mission alive of helping children be educated and also helping our community. That's what the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation is really all about.
Man, hey, okay. I gotta take a moment to let that breathe for a second. Like literally, that was like I felt the music, cue right there on moment. Hey, hey, well said, sir. Well said.
It's really easy when you have something worthwhile to be talking about. And I worked for a lot of people and I've helped them achieve their goals. And this is an opportunity for me to come and help the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation carry their legacy out. And that is to make sure that education is important from the child all the way to the adult, from the church all the way to the administration, governmental administration, to make sure that people are not forgotten. And one of his mantras was actually to help educate those who need it most. There are a lot of people who need help and support to get their education completed and to realize how important education is. And a lot of our leaders need to remember that if we do not educate our young people, then we put our future in jeopardy. And that's what the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation is really all about, helping our communities and our children to grow, to move forward. That's the legacy of the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation.
I mean, and you said it best. Like our children and the people before us are going to sorry, behind us are going to make the biggest difference in the lives that we have going forward. And uh, man, I'm thankful to be a part of even to being able to even to hear your story. This is an opportunity for me to be even a witness of it is just it's very humbling. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we go back a ways.
Right.
I've always I've always thought that you were that cool kid.
Thank you.
And I always knew that you were mission oriented. And our conversations in the past have always been about, things that were worthwhile. So I consider it an honor, and I'm very proud of you to see you in this position now. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the great things that you're going to be doing, not only for your clients, but in your community moving forward.
Thank you. I humbly accept that, and I thank you for saying that because that means a lot to me. Like, it's not easy. This is a very competitive industry, and you know, people can be here today and then gone tomorrow or lose compassion for what they do. And I realize that I really am an artist, and I really am here trying to tell the story and tell the story the best way that I possibly can, and be able to include as many people as I can along the journey. And I'm thankful that man, you like brought that story out of me. Like, what I'm saying? Like, people often ask me what makes me want to do this, and this is kind of stuff like the reason why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I were to distill your story, Devin, I would say simply that Devin is about excitement. Devin is about change. Devin is about pushing things to the edge to get a good result. Devin is about creativity. Those are the words that I would use.
Man, well said. Thank you. Those things are also what represent deaf, because that's what it's all about here. This is show designers. This podcast, Designer Labs, is presented by Deft. Just to clarify for those who don't realize um, um, what's going on, or what he means by when he's talking about representing the words that represent me. He's saying basically represent death, like literally, because those things are literally one and none. Like
Mhm.
my own voice, my own unique style, whatever you want to say, is is 101. And I'm leaning into it, and I'm thankful that you recognize that, because we're going to pivot into the next part of the podcast now, where I'm going to get deeper into more about the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation
Right.
when it comes down to what defines you, though, because this is a partnership. So this is not just about me getting my flowers or you getting your flowers. This is about us putting this together, and it means us to spread this the word to the public. And we're going to get into that right now.
Yeah.
So what would you say, Michael, as far as three words that describe the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation?
If I had to pick three words,
Yes.
not in any particular order,
Okay.
those three words would be um, help in the means of support, lifting people up. The next one would be legacy, in that there's so much history, so much content available that people never knew about. The things that Charles and Etta Dudley were doing to help our community because they did it quietly. And then I would say the third word I would use would be uh, uh, success. And the reason why I say that is because the Charles and Etta Dudley is partnering with people, with organizations, so that everyone can be successful. Our children can be successful. Our businesses can be successful. Our churches can be successful. Our communities can be successful. If we don't come together and partner and bring all of our strengths to the table, it's impossible for any of us to succeed by ourselves.
Hey, I agree. I agree 100%. Like it, I know it's cliche, the whole takes a village and all that, but it really does take a whole network of people just to be able to do anything,
Mhm.
uh, and the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation, I think, is a great example of that simply because of the fact of not only how long you guys have been doing it, but the fact that you all are continuing to try to push the boundaries of what success is and what it means to you all. And man, that's cool. That's
Well,
cool.
we realize a few things. Number one, we realize that it is part of our mission to help others.
All
We
right.
realize it's part of our mission to be leaders, to be the leader in pulling people together.
Okay.
We realize that it's part of our mission to help bring resources from the community in to help the situations and problems that we see. And we also realize that we need to listen to the voice of the people that we're serving and help them get where they need to go. So, not only community, but listening to your community and being able to help them achieve their goals is actually a great part of the mission that we have. And Charles and Etta Dudley, that was how they lived their lives. They
Okay.
listened to people, they helped people, they worked behind the scenes, they did things in the big boardrooms to make a difference that we would never know because they cared and because they realized that the generations that came after them could only survive if they did their best where they were.
Like that's a mouthful, man. Um, like can you tell people like how they can be a part of this? Like, I don't want to spoil anything as far as like what you got might coming on, as far as for the end of the podcast, as far as making announcements, but let
Mhm.
somebody know like what they can do in order to be able to get involved in this foundation right away. Like, we want to create this sense of urgency because this is something that we can't wait on. Like, time is of the essence, and man, I think that I'm moved. I don't know about everybody else, but like, man, like, please share.
Well, we have a lot of things going on. The first thing I would tell anybody to do is to get connected to us in a way where you receive information from us. So we have a charter membership. It's free.
Okay.
And all it is a vehicle to share information about what's happening at the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation. And you can go to our website, which is cedudley.org.
Okay.
You can go to the pull down menu and go to join us. Takes about 30 seconds to put your information in, or you can just go to cedudley.org/join hyphen us. Not join us, but join hyphen us. Okay, it
Okay.
makes us a little bit different.
All right.
That's step number one, because you want to know about some of the exciting things that we have coming down the pike here very soon. The first one is that we have refurbished the Pagoda of Medicine. If you don't have the history on the Pagoda of Medicine, that's a whole nother show all by itself. But
Okay.
those who Charles Dent, who was the first African American to be a resident, to serve as a resident at LA General, and then after that came on to be the head of the Riverside Sanitarium, a hospital that was owned by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, but is no longer in operation.
Okay.
He built his office across the street from Riverside Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay.
And that office had gone down, and now we built it, restored it back to all to his architectural drawings. And we're going to be moving in there late August. And we're planning right now for our grand opening. We're not quite sure exactly what the date is. It'll probably be in the fall of 2024. But that's going to be an event, a ribbon cutting, a guest speaker. We'll do tours. You'll be able to find out more about what the Charles Etta Dudley Foundation is all about. So you want to be there. You want to be in the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation on grand opening day. That's coming. The other thing is that we have a civil rights museum piece that we're working on called the Mississippi Story. Now, most of you know about Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. Medgar Evers' brother, Medgar Evers was killed, also assassinated during the civil rights movement. But Medgar Evers' brother lived next door to Charles Joseph, who was
Okay.
an Adventist minister, and Earl Moore, who was visiting with him. When Bobby Kennedy called him and said, "Hey, look, Martin Luther King, was assassinated, and we need you to help us keep your people calm." I'm
Right.
using the word "you people."
Right.
Keep
Like,
keep the
hold
people
on.
of color
Right.
from doing anything crazy. So he went to McEvery as a leader in the community to try to get some help. Well, Charles Joseph and Earl Moore were in that room in his house because Charles Joseph was his next door neighbor. How civil rights history can you be?
Right.
So what they had already been going through the South, and they were helping with community service and medical services to communities that need already. No one
Okay.
had to tell them to do that. That was just part of their DNA. How can I help the civil rights movement? How can I help my people? How can I do what Jesus said is, love my brother? They were already doing that. And they went to Charles Dudley, who was president of the South Central Conference, which was, their boss, and said,
Mhm.
"Hey, we got this thing we need to." They raised $38,000. This is in 1968. That's a lot of money in 1968.
Oh yeah, it definitely
With
is.
that money, they bought a mobile home and they outfitted it with community service and medical supplies. And then the Poor People's March of 1968 was about to happen. Martin Luther King was assassinated. Ralph Abernathy took over.
Okay.
Everybody was energized. It was one of the largest events in Washington, D.C. If you look at any of the photographs, you will see that community service van from the Seventh-day Adventist Church sitting right on the Washington Mall next to the water. We were part of history.
Oh, cool.
Now, to bring that story to today, all the way to 2024, we found that old motor home sitting in the woods. And so we're working right now and raising money right now to restore that so that little kids can find out about that history. People who lived during the civil rights era can come by and relive what that community service bus did. And those who don't know, that they can find out just what was going on in this little small part of the country that made such a big difference, and how we were helping people at their need, medical and community service. You know what community service is like. If you need clothes, if you need food, if you don't have a razor to shave,
Yeah. The
or
small things is usually
small things.
it's big, yeah, toiletries and things like that are things
Yeah.
that they need the most of.
Yeah, and that's what they were doing. And that's all part of what the Charles Etta Dudley Foundation is about. And this museum piece, this bus, like a Freedom Ride bus, if you go to the Civil Rights Museum, this bus is going to be visible for people to see, for little kids to come on their field trip and go, "Wow, I never knew this is what it looks like," and to learn about what those people did in the 60s that made it possible for them to thrive in the 2024.
Man, hey,
So if you want all that information, you have to sign up for the charter membership, because when we send out a newsletter and information, we won't send out a lot, but when we send out the information, then you'll be in the know. You'll be the first to find out. Plus, you'll be a charter member. Who wouldn't want to be a charter member of the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation
hey,
for free?
come on now. This is my man Michael right here. Uh at this time, I need to go ahead and pivot to the next phase of the podcast where
Mhm.
we're going to talk more about how we can today bring that vision of what you're talking about together visually through maybe like I was thinking about an ad. Maybe we can create some kind of ad for maybe your newsletter. You want to see if we can create that today?
Yes, that would be
All right.
wonderful.
So, I think that would be right on market for what you're talking about.
Mhm.
We're gonna keep it with the challenge how we normally do with the 10 minutes. However, um, we always have fun when we're doing it, but I wanted to be very clear about what we're gonna do today as far as what the parameters are gonna be for the design for a newsletter. So I'm gonna allow you to be able to define it at this moment. Like, what do you want that to be in your design brief? Like, what things do you want in the actual newsletter?
Well, in the newsletter, we're going to have opening story.
Okay.
There'll be a primary and a secondary lead story. So you'll have one thing like the grand opening is the biggest thing going on right now, but then
Okay.
the Mississippi story is coming, is pending, you
Okay.
know? So we want people to know about the biggest thing, but we also want them to know the next biggest thing coming.
Okay.
Uh, Etta Dudley was just a wonderful cook,
Okay.
and she made Sabbath dinners that people are still talking about. So we want to include one of her recipes in the
Okay.
newsletter.
All right. So
Uh,
you want to include recipes and you want to include, I just want to clarify as we go so we don't,
mhm,
uh, everybody has, learns at different speeds. So we want to make sure we give people, the audience also a chance to be able to,
mhm.
pick up on what's going on. So can you clarify just again, once again, you wanted both, from the
Primary and
newsletter,
secondary story
right? Primary for secondary story. And then you also said you wanted,
recipe,
the recipe, right? All
right?
right. All right. And is
And
there
then
one?
we'll have a little bio in there of Charles and Etta Dudley so people can find out more about them.
Okay.
Uh, Probably have the volunteer of the month, the
Okay.
people who've contributed the most in helping us reach our goals.
Okay.
Um, and then I think the other part, keeping it simple, the other part in the newsletter would then be, let's say, civil rights information or content information that talks about the legacy of the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation. Things that people may not have known,
Understood.
facts and figures and numbers that would help them paint that picture of what the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation is all about
Right.
and where we're headed.
Okay. Well, for the sake of the podcast, we are limited to only 10 minutes. I don't think we're
Okay.
going to be able to get all that
No,
information in 10 minutes on a
I'm
piece of,
giving you enough to pick and choose.
yeah, but you know what? But you definitely did really good on that because that gives me some great options to choose from. And I was thinking, hear me out. I know you have certain things you said, one, first and secondary primary. So I think you should stick with the primary story. What do you think?
Grand opening. Yes.
All right. So you want to stick with that. So let's create an ad for the grand opening.
Yes.
All right. So today we're going to create an ad for the grand opening of the Charles and Etta Dudley
Right.
Foundation.
Okay.
Stick around, you all, to see what we do all end up doing within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
At this moment, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen with you. And we're going to get started on today's challenge of creating an ad on Designing Last. All right, man. We got the screen pulled up for you.
Right.
So at this time, I'm going to start the timer. Start it. All right, let's get it. So first and foremost, we got to start off with the right shape
Mm-hmm.
for an ad. Let's actually I should do it this way. Let's just say 8x5. So 8.5 by 11. Oh, I'm messing all up. Nervous for some reason. Okay, let's do this again. We'll just do it like this, and I'll just rescale it down. And while I'm rescaling this down, can you give me an idea of what direction are you thinking about going in, man? Please don't be shy. You have so much input when it comes to uh,
Mm-hmm.
the information behind Charles Dudley. Like, I want to see what your input would be when it comes to visually, describing Charles Dudley.
Well, I think, in this case, the grand opening is as much Charles and Etta Dudley as it is the pagoda of medicine. So,
Okay.
a picture of a building, I think, would be a great start for this, like a picture
Okay.
of the pagoda, yeah, of medicine.
Okay. They go to medicine. I'm not familiar with it. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? I'm not.
Okay, so a pagoda is like a temple of in the Far East.
Oh.
So what Dr. Dent, after doing extensive travel, he was he was a pilot, so he owned his own plane and he went a lot of different places. But he wanted it to be a temple of medicine, a place where God could heal people. They would come for healing.
Mhm.
So you're looking at, uh, I would say, a Southeast Asian temple of some sort with the concave roof.
Okay. So it's a ancient
Hmm.
temple with a certain, like you said, shape, concave roof. Right now,
Concave roof. Yeah.
I'm typing in based off what you described to me, temple. Uh, I don't know how that happened. I said medicine. That isn't. Okay, hold on. This medicine, right? Medicine. Nope. Oh crap. Okay, hold on. All right. At this time, we still got a little bit over 7 minutes to go. So something in this, is this more of the shape of what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm sending you a picture of it right now,
All right, cool.
so you can
Oh,
kind of see. You're
uh,
getting closer, but it's not that pronounced.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you spell begonia? Sorry, how you spell that?
Pagoda, Pagodo, pagoda.
Pagoda temple. Pagoda temple is
Pagoda of a pagoda of medicine.
it?
And because the building is so historic, we're going to keep that name and add the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation name to the other side because it is a historical landmark all by itself. And we are
Okay.
working to get a marker from Metro Historical Society
All right.
and also to get it listed as a historical site so it can be on tours and other people can find out about it.
Okay. I mean, I think that's very not only cool, but I just think that's very important to retain that history. You know what I'm saying, and to have it documented like that. So yeah, that definitely think that's cool, man. I can't. I'm kind of speechless. You know, that's so.
Well, you have to come to the grand opening.
I would definitely plan on it. I definitely do. Um, is this going more the route you're thinking?
Yeah, it's more of a horizontal than it is vertical.
Ah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so let me check my phone and see that attachment. I see. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do this, airdrop it,
Okay.
and then we'll just uh let's come in here and let's do it this way. This makes it so much easier. Thank you for that image.
Oh, no problem. I should have sent it to you earlier.
It's all good. Give me a 1 second. I hope you guys bear with me. I'm looking through these images to find this image real quick.
I have a lot of images.
Yeah, it's all good. I need to get back into or keeping things a little bit more organized, but you know, when you're busy working, you know,
Oh
sometimes.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. This is not how I want it to go. I don't want to slow down the process of the podcast.
Just go IMG and
Well, I did, and it's still,
you got a whole bunch of stuff, huh?
yeah, it's just, hold on. Two, no, hold on. Today, okay, hold on. Okay, two. Yeah, see, I don't want to be having, like, I'm
Yeah.
so through it. Yeah, I don't want to be doing that. Okay, uh, let's
I
do
totally understand.
it. All right, hold on. Let's do it this way. Let's, we're gonna improvise, man. Hey,
Improvise. There you go.
you know, we're gonna make it work. We're going to make it work. So I'm going to just pull this up, and I think I know what I would do. I'm going to.
You
Um,
remember those old flyers that he used to do in the 50s and the 60s? You see them in Nashville quite a bit because of the Grand Ole Opry. Um, can't think of what you would call it. Almost like a screen print kind of thing.
oh, by the way, man, we know we're on a challenge. We're kind of getting away from ourselves, so
Yeah.
we should probably not focus on trying to like find that image. I feel like we wasted time. Oh my goodness. But that's part of the thing about podcasts when you're talking to and
Right.
information, it gets good sometimes. But man, we gotta stay focused on the challenge. So
The creative process does not have a clock.
it definitely does not. And that's one thing about here at Def, like I know people recognize what the name represents, but I want to be clear that we don't guarantee that we're gonna make it fast or say that we're going to present it something to you in record speed. No, we really are simply trying to create, great looking designs that are solution based with a realistic time frame. Once
Hmm.
again,
Yeah.
realistic. However, though, we make it look quick, and
But I gave you a whole lot this time, Devin. It wasn't, it wasn't simple. It was kind of involved.
oh yeah, no, no. I'm just clarifying to other people because I don't want people. Hey, it seems like he was talking a lot and he didn't get stuff done. It happens, but oh, okay. Let's be clear. You said it's a horizontal building. Okay, let's make it simplified.
Yeah.
Okay, so a horizontal building.
Either that or you could just do the word art.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
at this point, that's all we kind of got left time to do. We only got
You're
like
right.
two
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the words that you got going on when it comes to the,
Well, I think the first thing is the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation.
of course, the main thing, the
Hmm.
name, Charles Etta Dudley, 1D
Uh-huh.
Foundation. We're gonna zoom in one moment, y'all, so you
And
guys can
then grand opening would be number two.
right, of course. All right, hold on, let's make this bigger first. That grand opening. All right, here we go. Grand opening. Let's see. And then the
That's
time
it. Fall 2024.
fall
2024.
2024.
Nashville, Tennessee. Or you can put the address 707 Youngs Lane, Nashville,
Got it.
Tennessee.
707 Youngs Lane. Oh, Youngs Lane. Got it. Youngs Lane.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. Ooh. Tennessee.
And I almost said just get save the date, but we don't have an exact date, but we have exact season.
Okay, all right, true. Yeah, there you go. I think that's more
Yeah.
appropriate. Like I said, it is like a more of a say the date.
Yeah. The exact date will come here in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the timing, man. That's all
Hmm.
good. We're working on this as a something that we're creating this out of thin air. So,
Oh, yeah.
um,
Yeah.
this is not something that we have to say. This is the foundation, like saying this is the uh that what is going out to the public. But let's try to
Yeah.
flesh out the design and see what we can come up with for the rest of it, just to say that we can have something to present to the people.
Yeah.
Because I strongly support what the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation is all about. I really
Yeah.
do. And man, what kind of font are you looking for? Like, I think more of a serif font.
Yeah. I would say more of a serif, not a hard serif, more be a light serif.
Okay. So what is your idea of a hard
Well,
serif? And what is your
you can get really, really carried away. If you go back up, I saw one, the uh, the old italics HPLHS may work.
okay, old italics? Okay.
Yeah, I think you passed it. But yeah, that one works too. The old English text or the one, yeah, I think that works.
I see you saying like it has some like little flair to it. It's
Yeah.
like italicized. So do you like that?
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't have a problem with that. Let's go ahead and let's play with it. Let's
No trouble. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, let's first of all, let's come up with the background color for this state of date. Like what
I
do
would say
you
make it abstract.
okay.
Yeah, give it multicolor,
Like a
like
gradient?
Joseph coat or many colors. Make it you know not impressionist,
Okay.
not Rembrandt, not Van Gogh, but abstract.
All right, let's try this. Abstract minimal, or you want it to be complex?
Minimal.
Try. Let's try using some AI real quick and see what that comes up with. You gave me some pretty descriptive words. I think it should be able to handle that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you said abstract, um,
Impressionist.
impressionist.
Yeah. Renaissance.
Okay, hold on. You get which one do you want?
Impressionist. Go impressionist. We don't want to kill it.
Okay,
Impressionist.
impression. All right, let's see. Abstract impressionist. Let's see what it comes up. All right. So for our background image of our save the date card for Charles Etta Dudley Foundation, the Charles and
Etta.
Etta.
Yeah,
I
you
want
can
to
put
clarify.
the and sign
Yeah.
in there. Yeah. You can put the and sign between Charles and Etta.
Yeah, yeah. I was reading it back. I'm like, that don't sound right. That doesn't read. I can't do it until it's done generating this though. So we're
Oh, I
just about
understand.
done.
It's thinking.
Yeah, I know. But like, what is it thinking? It's like do 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 do.
Sounds like a good movie. What is AI thinking?
Hey, I like your thought suggestions. Hold on a second. I did that wrong. I had that selected when they was doing that, so
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it didn't it changed the wrong thing.
Okay.
Wow. Well, it should go a little bit faster though because of the fact that it got done generating some
Mhm.
stuff. So man, and now we wait. All right. So while that's going on, I'm gonna also make sure to put on here save the date so that you guys know what it is.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, we said it's abstract impressionist, but it's
Maybe
showing
we should set background.
yeah, because it's showing like a impressionist background,
Yeah, background. Maybe will help it
distinguished.
clarify.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got something coming once again. All right. So
Maybe abstract and impressionist are confusing itself. You can only be one or the other, abstract or an impressionist.
I mean, you might be onto something, or you could be creating a new what do you call it, movement right
Yeah, yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying? Combining the one together. What do you think? That looks very
It
that
looks like an eye looking at you, you know?
yeah, but I definitely like it's very abstract.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think if you expanded it to go outside of the borders, then it becomes nothing but the background.
Of course. So
That makes sense?
absolutely. I
So
know
you
what
can
you're
take the
saying.
very thing and expand it so big that you just
Yeah.
see in colors.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You wanted to you wanted to take up the size
Yeah. Even
of the
bigger.
yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
You want it to be all the way zoomed in so you don't
Yeah.
see it,
And
but
the
just
eye, so the eye isn't really an eye. And then I shift it up a little bit and to the right and go up and to the right.
I wouldn't go to up and to the right because then, well, unless you wanted,
Oh, yeah. You may have to make it a little larger. Yeah.
well, it's just the shape of it. I have to change. I
Okay,
could.
that's cool.
I mean, I could do that, but I feel like if you're going to do that,
Oh, wow.
it
Yeah, yeah.
would be better
I
to
like what you're
change
doing
the
there. Yeah,
orientation of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah. No, that's good. No, I
So
see where you're going.
yeah.
We're on board.
So if you wanted to do it like that, then
Yeah, it's turning into something cool here.
yeah, very abstract. Now it's really abstract and like
Yeah.
making your eye like wonder what is going on, but yet you don't know what it is still, no matter how hard you look at it.
Yeah,
I think that's is that going in the right direction or something? How you trying to
I actually like that. I think that's good.
all right, let's see. Let's now with that then let's do it like this. Let's I'm gonna create an outline for it. Sorry, I'm gonna create a clipping mask for it so that it can be in a proper
Hmm. Hmm.
orientation that it would look like when you really see it.
Hmm.
But here we go. Oh, hold on. Let's do that. Now do that. Oh, let's hold on a second. Okay. That and there we go.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
That's
do.
award-winning look there, man.
I mean, you're too nice. You're too nice.
I think we came up with something pretty cool.
Yeah, we did though. Like literally within like moments though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now we go. We're cooking with something. All right, now let's I like your choice of font. I think we should expand upon like maybe a couple of different kind of
Hmm.
font weights though. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. Go for it.
All right, hold on. Oh, I see what happened. I did that the wrong way, of course. So what happened is it selected both the type and that, and I didn't want it to, so I'll have to do that again
Right, 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 right.
and then do it this
Hmm.
way. Go back down, send it to the back. Now we're good. Okay, now we can actually work on what we were trying to work on.
Okay.
All right. So this I was thinking like a white though, but what do you think as far as like the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation as far as the color choices being? What do you
Well, I
think
like white, but I think it's white based on what the background is. When you go across multiple colors, the white kind of falls apart on you.
it does? I like how you your observation because I agree. Like it doesn't take long for you to recognize that
If you put the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation at the widest point of that eggshell color,
mhm.
then that may work. And then arrange the other stuff in the color, the darker color along the way. They don't have to be necessarily in that same order.
Yes,
So if you come a little lower and put it so that you get the whole thing in the yellow.
okay. Well, I want to play with. I hear what
Oh,
you're
okay.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I some recommend we don't do that because when you put it such a straight line across it like that,
Hmm. Hmm.
it kind of breaks up the read of the flyer, and then it kind of becomes very stagnant. And I don't want you want it has such a flow and motion. I don't want it to be very stiff. I don't
Oh,
think
no.
that's the route you want it to go.
No, I
Um,
yield to your artistic genius.
so something more of like of like more of a flow that goes with
Hmm.
the something like
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
something like yeah, that flows a little bit more like that though.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
We're gonna play with the sizing first. I don't know if that's the size you want. Let's see. Hold on. Let's get the right color first. So white looks to gets laid out. Sorry, gets lost. I don't think you want to go red. I feel like that's well. because it's so light, actually the red does not look bad. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean it's work that works.
I mean, it's a call to action. It definitely, but it's not like, like what you call it, it's not like a red that's making you feel like uneasy, It makes
Hmm.
you feel like it has
Well, it's complementary to the same red that's there. So
true, but what I mean is the color itself is not it's not aggressive,
right, not aggressive.
right? And you can easily become aggressive when you use red. Okay, so I was thinking, playing off of the flow of that. Uh, Come on. Please, don't hesitate, man, to continue with your feedback as far
No,
as,
no, I'm patiently waiting here.
well, on the podcast, I always strongly encourage all my guests to there's a collaboration. It's not watch me design and see what I come up with. It's really a collaboration because we really are trying to build a you know a trust
Hmm.
amongst each other. So that's what we really are, and also encourage each other.
Hmm. Well, what you're doing right now, I'm liking so far. So I said keep moving forward.
All right. Well, I mean, like, what is your input though? Like,
Well,
uh,
I think that you have the Charles Etta Dudley Foundation there, and maybe the address under it, and
I'm
grand opening can go up higher.
right,
So it grabs people's attention. What is this? The grand opening?
right now. I know you had this in. I think
Hmm.
you should do this in a different font other than
Okay.
the old. But we're gonna keep it with the font that you had before. You said the old italics, H that. So we're gonna
Hmm.
go with that.
Okay.
And for grand opening, definitely, I think you should definitely change that one. If you're gonna, like you
Okay.
said, because that's
Yeah.
gonna be like the main.
Bold.
Yeah, exactly. That's the uh, what you call it, the main heading, basically.
Hmm.
All right, so let's go there and grand opening. What font do you think for a bold font wise that makes sense with this? Like what?
Um,
I'm sorry.
no,
What?
I think that yeah, bold is good. Um, but filled in bold.
I mean, I wasn't stopping on that. I was just
Oh no,
to
no.
what you were saying. You said filled in bold.
Yeah. Yeah, and that kind of jumps out a little bit. But is that too much for the Charles and Etta font?
I mean, it definitely
It's
stands
different.
out. It definitely stands out above everything else.
What about that Padonlama?
Yeah, yeah, that's the one I was just
That's
using.
that's the one you're using, right?
Yeah, that's the one I used. I was gonna see about maybe doing it in the italicized. That makes a
Oh,
difference. That might make a difference.
okay, yeah, yeah.
You're gonna keep it with that italicized thing. All right. So at this point, man, we kind of really are taking our time designing this. We kind of went way further than we normally
Yeah.
would. However, though, man, uh, this is important to me that that we actually complete something. So at this moment, we're going to take the next few minutes and we're just going to design this on out,
Okay.
and then
Right?
we're going to take a moment with the viewers and see what they think.
Okay.
All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, so for grand opening, I was thinking maybe a little bit bigger. That's what I
Mm, a
was
little bit bigger,
thinking.
yes.
Yeah,
Grab some attention.
yeah. All right, it was down, and I'm looking for that. Bam. Yay. Something so simple.
Yeah.
All right, organizing this a little bit better so that it fits more. I don't know. It's like I feel like it's starting somewhere, but I feel
Yeah.
like we're missing some information though.
Yeah. The website's not on there. The date isn't on there.
Okay.
So if you want to give you an arbitrary date, let's just go with October 20th as an arbitrary date.
Okay. October 20th.
Yeah. And do you think anything should be in the blue spot
Well,
or
I was
should it
thinking
be?
about putting grand opening up there. That's
Okay,
what I was
yeah.
thinking about.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
October 20th. Uh,
2024.
right. I was gonna say, I think you should put the year on there.
Yeah, and then cedudley.org is where people will go to get information about it.
Okay. All right. All right. So let you know, I'm going to take a moment and pause at this moment, and we're gonna come right back. When we come back, you guys, the design will be done, and we'll be able to have something to finish for you all, so you guys can see, and then you guys can be able to decide if it's a memorable design or not. Um, uh, but stick tuned, and find out soon if we were able to meet the challenge or not, and let us know what you guys think by leaving this down in the comments down below. Thank you. All right. Okay. So welcome back, you all, to Designer Labs. Um, just so you all know, we went ahead and took the liberty of finishing up the say the date flyer, if you will, for the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation. And this is what we came up with. So as you see as of right now, this is what the final design looks like. Um, what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below if you guys think this is a memorable design that we came up with within a matter of 10 minutes. We appreciate you guys' support and your opinion. So, let us know. What do you guys think? How much further I gotta go to get this stuff, man? What is it? Hey, how's it going? I'm a little busy right now. I'm on a mission. I'm on my way to the store. What's up? I don't know. Maybe later. Hey, man, it's getting light. It's getting dark out here, man. It's cold. I can't talk long. Hey, gotta hurry to get to the store. You should too. Check out our store today. Deft.design. Alright, bro. I gotta get off the phone, man. It is. Oh, yeah. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so, man, that was there's so much information in a short amount of time to put all that information together, but I think that we did pretty good, man. What do you think?
Oh yeah, this was therapeutic for me, so I appreciate it.
Okay. Like, is there was something to better improve upon the design that you've seen that we just finished designing? What would it be?
Oh, it's organic. So we can look at it 20,000 times and come up with 20,000 different things to do.
Right.
But from a simplistic perspective, it gets the message across. It's a great starting place.
I got you. Well said. Well said, man. Thank you. Um, okay. All right. Well, hey, I think it's not only something that that tells a story, but it was fun creating it, man. Like, that's the most important thing about the podcast. Like, on the podcast where I'm not sitting here saying that I'm going to create you something amazing every time because guess what? It's all subjective. However, though, um, I just enjoy being able to collaborate with, with special guests like yourself. So thank you, Michael. At this time, I want to introduce to you our new segment that we were now going to get transition into on the podcast, where uh, Michael kind of did it a little bit earlier already, but it's okay. Because I'm going to try to see if I can throw a little curveball in here and make it a little interesting. So, with no further ado, I now present to you a new segment of the podcast called Deft Pitch, where our clients or colleagues will present to you the designs that we designed today, and they'll do so within the next 30 seconds using only the words that we used in today's podcast to describe what they're doing with this ad. So at this moment, I'm going to give it over to Michael. He's got 30 seconds to go ahead to give his deft pitch using today's ad that we created on Designing Labs. And you
All right,
may
thank you,
start
Devin.
now.
All right, thank you, Devin. The Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation is an international nonprofit and philanthropic organization located at 707 Nashville, Tennessee, Youngs Lane, Nashville, Tennessee. Our mission is to work in partnership with others to promote sustainability in public and private education. We are committed to educational success and social justice in our communities. Through the transformative powers of these partnerships, we believe we can improve both students and communities' educational experiences and outcomes. We
Ah,
believe that we can help educate those who need it most.
well said, bro. You just made it. So you ended it just a little bit after 30 seconds. However, though, well done, though. Well done, man. Like I know I put you on the spot. Hey, and I thank you for being willing to do so at the right on such a short notice. But man, you
No
did it,
problem.
man. You did it, bro. Thank you. Hey,
You're
I think
welcome.
his elevator pitch is another level. What do you guys think? Would you all like to be a part of what the the Charles and Etta Dudley Foundation is got going on? If you do, please stay tuned to know more about it as we get ready to close out today's episode of the podcast. Because I'm going to allow now Michael the chance to be able to tell us more about where they can you can find him and where you can know more about him. So please do tell us more, Michael.
Yeah, the Charles Etta Dudley Foundation can be found at cedudley.org. And in fact, we have a charter membership if you would like to keep up with us. We'd like to share some information with you occasionally. And you can go to cedudley.org/join-us or go to our menu button and click on Join Us. It takes about 30 seconds to give us your information, and you'll be receiving our newsletter. And it's a free charter membership, and you'll be one of the first group of people to ever be a charter member of the Dudley Foundation and get that valuable information about the grand opening that we're planning for in the fall of 2024 and all the other events that will be happening at the Dudley Foundation.
Hey, man, thank you. Is there anything else that you got going on, Michael, outside of that that you would like to share with the public that they can find more information about you as about?
Well, I mean, we have a lot of things going on, but I did want to tell everyone that I have a art exhibit going on in hopefully in Atlanta in the very near future. We'll have more information about that coming up. Devin, you know I'm a photographer and artist, so that's another thing that we enjoy doing.
Yeah. Um, I look forward to to meeting up with you sometime soon, man. To just picking your brain more about that because I too and into the photography and you all can also see some of my photography if you want to by simply supporting Deft by clicking on our link on our website at devinsdeft.design. That's DEVINSDEFT design, no S. Click on the link for a Deft Journal Volume 1 right here. You can see firsthand physical copy, and you can be able to order yours so you can see some of my own artwork firsthand and support Def and all the things that we have going on as well. We appreciate you all for continue to watch faithfully, because this is a community that we're building here, and we're excited about all the opportunities that are being presented to us, and opportunities that we are seeking out for. So, man, the possibilities of things that we can do are endless, and we we've taken on the challenge, man, of just being able to create brands, build brands, and establish brands, and tell the story, and keep doing so, like, and building with new faces and new ideas. Like, it's exciting to me, and we're not going to stop. So thank you all, man. Thank you all for watching this once again. Until the next time, I'm Devin. This is another episode of Designer Last. Peace. Design Last.